You probably know that Cristiano Ronaldo started from humble beginnings back in his hometown Madeira, an island that is now practically a shrine to him with an airport, museum, and square named after him. You also probably know that fourth-year sociology students at the University of British Columbia now study the life and career of Cristiano Ronaldo. But we can bet that you're unaware of these crazy facts we'll now share about the football icon. Hello and welcome to our channel where we regularly share all of our football knowledge. In today's video, we've compiled a list of things most football fans do not know about Ronaldo, even if you're the biggest CR7 fan in the world. We'll reveal it all, from his first ever transfer deal to the circumstances that steered his return to Old Trafford. You won't believe how many times the indomitable Sir Alex Ferguson has played a pivotal role in the development of Ronaldo's football career. It goes without saying that when you're the king of football highlights and the most followed human being on social media, most people will be curious about your journey and how you spend your days. Because of this, the internet has become crammed with all kinds of Cristiano Ronaldo facts, but we dare say that there are still a few things most people do not know, and we've taken it upon ourselves to share some not-so-well-known anecdotes about the Portuguese icon. So let's get started. Here are 6 things most football fans do not know about Ronaldo. Number 6. The game that launched his Manchester United career. Even though he's now the greatest football icon of the era, the talented teenager was relatively unknown when he was still playing at Sporting Lisbon. His career, however, took a prominent turn when his club clashed with a Ferguson-managed Manchester United back in the summer of 2003. His former teammates at United would often joke that Manchester United had signed Ronaldo from Sporting after he tormented O'Shea during the match. While it isn't strictly true that United became interested in the young talent based on that performance alone, since negotiations between both clubs had been underway for months regarding a potential transfer, the match helped to accelerate the process. After a 3-1 loss to the Ronaldo-led team, which had become overshadowed by the now urgent need to sign Ronaldo, the United players sat and waited for over an hour while Ferguson spoke to Ronaldo and his agent. The meeting would be the first time that Ferguson would play a part in the young talented player's career development. United agreed to pay Sporting £12.24 million, a British record for a teenager. With the deal successfully signed, Ronaldo went on to spend 6 highly successful seasons at United, kicking off the formative stage of the Portuguese teenager's climb to the top of world-class football. Fanciful stories would spread across Europe about the boy who had it all: speed, energy, balance, and the ability to glide past players, staying true to his childhood nickname, Little B, given to him when he first started playing at his first ever childhood club, Madeira FC. Number 5. Bets with Sir Alex. Sir Alex Ferguson is arguably Ronaldo's biggest supporter since day one. The former United coach has always been a tremendous figure in Ronaldo's life, but it seems he wasn't only relying on encouraging words to get the best out of the youngster. During Ronaldo's Manchester United years, Ferguson would make friendly bets with Ronaldo about the number of goals he would score in a season. Whether the wagers impacted the player's performance is a mystery, but Ronaldo went on to net 118 beautiful goals between 2003 and 2009, leaving plenty of wonderful memories before transferring to Real Madrid. The pair have gushed about each other in multiple interviews, with Ronaldo declaring that Sir Alex is like a father to him, while the former Manchester United manager maintained that Ronaldo is the most gifted player he ever coached. From all of this, it's clear that both men are great friends and must have been inseparable back then at Old Trafford. All the more reason why we're excited that the pair is reunited once again. Number 4. First advertising contract. Ronaldo's first ever advertising contract was with Banco Espírito Santo, a Portuguese financial group, which he landed shortly after joining Manchester United at 18. Over the years, Ronaldo has become one of the most sought-after marketing machines in the world, now earning more money from sponsorships than from actually playing football, with brands like Nike signing lifetime deals with the legend. Before we head on to our top 3 items on the list, here are some honorable mentions. A friend in need. This one's not directly about Ronaldo, but if it hadn't happened, you might not have heard about him. The legend accredits his success to Albert Fontrot, who turned down his admission to a football academy and referred Ronaldo instead. When he asked Alfred why he had done it, he just replied, "You're better than me." And the rest, as they say, is history. Next on our honorable mentions is bullying. We bet you didn't know that Cristiano Ronaldo had a tough time when he first arrived at the Theater of Dreams. Almost nobody liked him, especially the talented Dutch striker Ruud van Nistelrooy, who brutally teased him and even made him cry once. The last straw was when Ruud told Ronaldo he had found a new dad in Carlos Queiroz just after his dad, who was an alcoholic, had died. Ronaldo was devastated by this comment, but we sure are glad he has risen from that to become the superstar he is today. We now continue our list with number 3. Number 3, the iconic CR7 could have been CR28. When Ronaldo first arrived at Old Trafford, they asked him which number he wanted. He said 28 because he was already comfortable with the number being what he wore at Sporting, and also because no other United player wore the number 28 at the time. But Ferguson wanted him to wear the number 7. It surprised Ronaldo because he knew about all the great players who had worn that number before him: George Best, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham. But Ferguson insisted, so he agreed to put on the iconic number 7 shirt, along with all the pressure that came with it. Ronaldo claims that the shirt motivated him to work hard enough to earn it, which he has done with great success. He's gone on to wear the number since then, except for his season at Madrid when he wore the number 9 because club captain Raul Gonzalez was occupying the number 7 at the time until he left Madrid, but not before handing over the shirt to Ronaldo. Much better, because CR28 or CR9 doesn't quite sound as iconic as CR7. Number 2, table tennis. Cristiano Ronaldo is a spectacular football player, but did you know that the football living legend is also a pro at table tennis? We should mention that he's just as competitive in that as well. If you thought he was only good at football and nothing else, well, think again. Ronaldo has often stated his love for table tennis or ping pong, calling it his favorite sport after football. The sport is very popular in Madeira, where the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner spent his childhood years. And according to the soccer star, it's probably the reason why he loves the sport so much and is so good at it. Who knows what might have happened if Ronaldo had decided to play professional table tennis instead? Ever the determined sportsman, he probably would have dominated the ping pong scene as well. Number 1. Return to Manchester United. It's no secret that Ronaldo has returned to Manchester United, but what you don't know is that Ferguson also played a part in the legend's decision-making. Just like he had a hand in Ronaldo's first transfer to Manchester United, his jersey number, and probably a host of other things, Sir Alex was also the one who threw a spanner in the works on transfer discussions between the center forward's manager and Manchester City. And he did all of that with just a 20-second phone call that said, "Don't go to City," after which he hung up. A few days later, Ronaldo was back at Old Trafford after rejecting City's offer. According to Ronaldo, he misses English football, especially when he played for Manchester United. The superstar believes that those were the best years of his career, and the mere fact that he has decided to go back to Manchester United is highly indicative that the soccer king truly loves English football. That aside, City's loss is United's gain, as the 37-year-old football beast has shown no signs of ending his career anytime soon and has already scored 15 goals in 30 appearances since his return to the club from Juventus in August last year. His contract with United will continue until June 2023.